Welcome back, everybody.
I'm not quite ready.
Happy Friday. What do you mean you're not quite ready?
I'm actually getting us a digital timer.
Yes.
For our studio.
Nice.
We need one. I was just looking around going.
You're talking about the new improved studio.
The new and improved studio.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
everybody.
By the way,
we're still getting stuff. We're putting
Brotherly
this all
Love
together.
2.0.
Hey, can we just get
Pod to pod, baby.
Pod to pod.
Love
We should
it.
come up with like a little 3-part harmony, like a pod to pod or something like little like jingle thing.
A moniker.
First of all, we're working on a new theme song.
Yes.
For the pod.
Super exciting.
Which is so cool.
Like, really
it's a little idea Andy sort of came up with, and obviously, I instantly made better, and then you instantly made it better than that. And now it's not even like the original. It's a way improved.
Exactly like the
100%.
original.
We went 2.0, 2.1.
Literally the original thing.
We're very excited. We're gonna record it, and it's gonna debut soon. So look out for that.
Sir.
But happy Friday, everybody! Welcome back.
Happy Friday.
We
become
decided
a thing.
It has become a thing.
Here.
Destination Friday.
It's awesome.
I kind of want to call it like a thank God it's Friday, right? Because we're going into the weekend. Has anybody
Wow.
ever used that? Like
TGIF.
I love it. I
Yep.
love
Isn't
it.
that a restaurant?
Wait, TGI Friday. TGIF Fridays. No, I think they're still out
Do you
there.
guys remember Encino?
Yeah.
California.
Encino, California.
We were located there for a minute as
We
a
were,
family,
for a long
all
minute.
under one roof.
For a long minute.
And we used to go to that TGI Fridays on Ventura Boulevard.
Yes, we
right
did.
there in that same shopping center as More Than Waffles.
That's
Remember? It was
right.
right on the,
Yeah.
the front there.
Yeah, it's now a Chili's. I think it's a Chili's.
Oh, did they
now.
take it into a Chili's?
Yeah. Chili's.
Hey, I like Chili's.
Baby back
Chili's is
ribs.
actually, I haven't been in years. But
Baby back, baby back. Remember that NSYNC thing when they would do Chili's?
Oh, yeah, NSYNC
baby
did that.
back ribs. Baby, baby.
You know, a
NSYNC.
question I was asked.
Getting back together.
Okay,
right?
I just
All
remember
the rumors. are coming.
Chili, baby, back.
Oh, yeah.
Fat bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Get in my belly.
So great.
That
Get
bastard
in
from
my
Austin
belly.
Powers.
Yes.
Which, by the way, it has been rumored they're going to do a new Austin
Oh, I
Powers.
hope.
Amazing.
I
do
hope.
too.
I want Mike Myers
That
to do
would
it.
be
Mike
rad.
I mean, a lot
Myers,
of the-
Mike
a lot
Myers,
of-
Mike Myers.
A lot of the
Mike.
comedy from those first films, though, just don't work today.
I know. Well, it was, look, honestly,
It's like,
they
whoa.
should work because they were comedy that just made people laugh and they weren't so worried about what people
Yeah.
thought. And that's important.
Comedy has taken a real hit.
real
in
hit.
that, in that.
why?
Mike Myers, I'm a huge
Why?
fan, and I used to love Mike Myers' impression of Joey Russo on
Yeah, Mike,
Blossom.
he did.
He
You
did.
remember?
Oh,
Whoa,
several times.
whoa.
Remember that he would go
On SNL. How
SNL.
Cool is that?
The only
Dude,
word,
tune
his character, his
ever
version
said
of
was
you
whoa.
Right.
was whoa.
So they would interview him, and he would be on shows.
He'd give a different
Right.
take on the wolf.
No,
right?
it's just, whoa, because,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. And they'd be like, well said, Joey.
It was so good. It was so good.
But he would
That
come
was
out with the
awesome.
flannel shirts and
That
the
was really
ripped
cool.
jeans. Oh, God, it was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
But
yeah,
we missed
anyway.
something that I want to go back to because I keep getting asked this.
What?
Because I know, some of the guys from both groups, and that is Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. Well, look, and I think coming up, it'd be nice. I know that we've talked about it. We're gonna have some of our friends from both those groups
I hope so.
on episodes.
That'd be pretty cool.
But with NSYNC finally coming back together, rumored, but let's face it, they're all like, let's do this, guys.
Wow.
We were talking about it. It was like that moment where New Kids came back and then, and then Backstreet came back and then NSYNC was holding out. Justin was like, no, I'm going to record some more records and do my thing. And then he's like, might be time to come back. So they're doing a new song together for the Trolls, the new Trolls movie.
I can't
and
wait.
Then
Is
they're
that,
gonna go
that
on tour.
song
Yeah.
they did for the first, that
Justin
Justin did for
did?
the
Oh.
first one?
Yeah, it was
I
how'd it
can't-
go?
I can't stop the feeling.
Oh yeah.
One of the best bass lines in a modern song I've heard.
It
was like the lead of the whole song.
Yes, great.
Dude, it was unbelievable.
So good.
What a bass
I can't
line.
stop the feeling.
Oh, it was a
So
great
good.
song. It really was a feel-good song.
It was-
Props to Justin for that.
I honestly
nailed
think
it.
I think it's one of his best solo songs.
nailed
like
it with
by
that.
far.
Well, I mean-
it's one of his best.
But it is
I love
great.
the Justified record.
Yeah, it was cool.
and there were some good songs off Future Sexy, whatever that second record
Yeah,
was.
there was, for sure.
The Man in the Woods, I wasn't a fan of, but I just didn't like it. I
Yeah.
mean, the Stapleton record was okay, but everything else.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
didn't
well,
like it.
Stapleton.
Yeah, but I didn't really love the record. But dude, the song off the Trolls song was
Amazing.
and was a massive hit.
So it's super cool because I know, look, clearly, let's be real, the decision has to be made by Justin,
Oh, of course,
right?
Yeah,
And
that's the way it works.
I think, there's probably a lot of trepidation for a long time.
Of course.
I'm just thinking it like out loud right here.
Yeah.
But I like it because I think it shows some humility out of him. Because this is really for the fans. It's not really for him.
It is for the fans, and that's
Joe's
what it should be.
Dang,
Another package.
We need to have a jar.
Joe gets a package every Friday.
Time a phone
Yes,
goes off in here.
Whenever we sit down to record.
$5. No, wait. And then we're going to donate it.
Yeah.
To a good cause.
Yeah.
That is like anti-technology or something like get kids back out into nature type of
Right.
cause.
Okay.
Can we
Done.
do that? We're gonna have a jar here for anytime a phone goes off.
Perfect.
Putting some in it. And what were we
Perfect.
talking about?
We were.
Justin.
Yeah.
I think it's super cool because it's not about him. It's
What
like
were
kind
we
of
talking about?
he's like
You were
putting-
talking.
He's like,
What were we
talking
What were we talking about? You mean you were talking about? Yes, I was.
It's
Justin.
cool because he's putting himself aside and he's doing it for the fans, that is really cool because fans really want it. Like, this is what we want to see.
Dude,
you
it is,
know?
and we need it.
We need
Dude,
it.
in this world,
We need it.
We need
We need
NSYNC back on
NSYNC.
tour. We do. We do. Anyway,
So
to
what do you
answer your
think?
question,
Back to
I was
it.
always a song guy, right? So I don't really have a favorite because I like
See, I said the same thing and they called me Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle, of course. I'm not taking a side. No, but honestly, like, who can deny, I want it that way,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
You are. I mean, who can deny that? Right, you can't. But then you got Dirty Pop. You got all these songs that NSYNC did.
yeah.
I want you back. Bam,
Bam,
bam, yeah. But here's the deal. I mean, it all comes down to songs for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And I know this sounds crazy, and it may not be the most popular answer, but pound for pound, in my opinion, the best collection of boy band songs is out of One Direction. Their collection
Interesting.
of songs. And my girls, both my older daughters back in the day, I mean, obviously we're huge One Direction fans and are now both Harry Styles fans, but One Direction in like 2010, 2012, dude, their body of songs.
You know what? I gotta
Steal My Girl,
I gotta
and
kinda
even ones that are a little
go
more
with
deep
you.
dives like Olivia.
I
Dude,
gotta
these
give.
songs,
I gotta give it to you.
wow.
I kind of agree with you on this actually. And thinking now about it, I remember reading about some of the teams that were behind.
Oh, they had the best of the best.
did I hear that Peter Gabriel?
Dude, yeah. They
Like,
had
come on.
major. They had some of the best, most
Pop
influential
rock.
pop rock writers,
Especially
in
coming out of
all
out
of
of England.
Oh yeah,
It's
all
kind
of
of
them
they
did.
kind of created the pop rock.
they did.
From
Peter
the beginning.
Gabriel worked with One Direction.
Their songs.
It's.
are pretty,
I'm telling you,
pretty amazing.
it is so
They've
cool.
got some really solid-
It is so cool. Their songs, the craftsmanship of their songs.
You're right,
the
Joe. And
production
the
value.
productions, oh my
Dude,
God.
it'll
They're
blow you
more
away.
classic. When
They
you
are.
play it in sync, it's
No, it's
definitely dated.
It's dated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's sounds that are dated, but
Yes.
you're right. You're hitting that One Republic stuff, and you're like, well, these
No,
are just
One Direction.
Sorry.
One Republic's good too, though. I love One Republic. No, I love
Nah,
One
'cause
Republic.
we gotta have a tip jar. We have like 18 tip
Right,
jars
right,
for all these different
right,
things.
right.
You're right. No, One Direction, dude, that guy wrote some incredible songs. Sorry, we're getting all over the
Whoa.
place here. But
One Republic, you mean? One Republic.
Matt's
wrote-
One
Really?
Republic, that
Matt's-
guy wrote some
He still
amazing-
writes great songs.
Wow.
Matt's been having trouble
And he's
sleeping.
written songs for other big artists too.
He's a little sleep deprived.
He's written songs.
That's been
he's
sitting on the
had-
couch,
He's had
Andy.
huge hits. The One Republic guy has had huge hits for other artists too.
Yeah.
He wrote like Halo and other big songs. But
Right, right, right,
and,
right,
and, and at any rate, One Direction.
Yes.
I
It's kind of
honestly,
hard though
I
out
would,
there. One Direction, One Republic. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of But I would implore you to go out and just look up on Spotify or iTunes some of the One Direction stuff. Some of these songs, I was blown away. My Charlie would say, "No, Dad, you got to listen to Olivia, or you got to listen to Better Than Words, or More Than Words." I think it's Better Than Words, but
More than waffles.
no, More Than Waffles, best waffle spot in the whole world. That's in Encino, California.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before.
Yeah, but there, I believe, and I'm going to look it up right now. But
We
I
have
believe,
to, and well, wait, and do that, but then we have to turn this to Andy. Andy, you got to take the spotlight.
I'm
on
not.
this.
I'm just listening to you guys go
No,
back
no,
and
I
forth
want your
about Waffle
opinion.
Houses and
I want your opinion
boy
about
bands.
NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys and the
One
X
Direction.
Factor
Guys,
that Joe
I
just
gotta
threw
be
in.
honest
Literally-
with you.
whoa,
you see that?
The X Factor literally launched off of the X
Yeah,
Factor.
see, I did that?
You know, Simon
That's called a
Cowell.
double
Do you know
entendre.
that they
I don't even
came
think it
on?
is a double entendre.
You know that they came on that show as individuals, and Simon
I
Cowell
know.
was the one that said,
Whatever, yeah,
"We're gonna." You guys are probably.
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I don't really watch a lot of reality TV, but for some reason I
Yeah.
caught like 4 or 5 episodes.
Did you of
of
that?
that X Factor with them?
It's crazy.
It's kind of weird because
Yeah.
so that was my only really connection with them because I wasn't of their like targeted audience.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
So no, but they had. I mean, they had this song called "Better Than Words," which they took a bunch of popular words like and titles of
Can we
songs.
please, Andy's got.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
He's so bored.
He's
right?
literally
so
over
bored with
there
this.
like
Whatever.
enjoying his giant cantina.
One whatever.
My thermos.
Whatever. 1D.
Thermos. Got
1D, as they call it.
Okay, Joe,
One Direction.
It's Andy's time.
I don't
Okay,
think that is
go.
a thermos.
Good,
What is a
fine,
thermos?
whatever.
Exactly?
That's not a thermos.
Whatever.
Go.
Good.
It's
Anyway.
a canteen.
Yeah.
Anyway, what
I
makes
can't
a
see that.
beautiful night
What I said,
changes.
that's
The
where
you go to
story
get
of my
drinks.
life.
Exactly.
Dude, the story of my life.
Okay,
I'll take.
it's great,
Anyway,
but let
anyway,
Andy's
it
turn.
turns
I
out
don't
I'm a
have-
pretty big One
I-
Direction fan because I literally
Just-
love their songs,
Ap-
and it comes down to songs for me. Go ahead.
Apparently, you are a One Direction fan.
Apparently, Joe.
Andy,
Here we
please.
go again. I don't have a. I don't know.
Okay, do at least the song comparison between NSYNC. Come on, you know those songs. Everybody knows those songs.
I know like 3. I think I probably have heard. I could probably sing you more NSYNC songs out of Backstreet Boys songs just off the top
Name
of my
a
head.
couple Backstreet Boys songs.
You is it fire? You my fire? What's it
Oh,
called?
I Want It That
I want it that way.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know a lot of the
Yeah,
Backstreet
that's
Boys
kind
song
of it.
titles.
Backstreet's back. All right.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, Backstreet's
Yeah.
back. All right,
Yeah.
down, down. But again, dated. You know, a
little bit.
One Direction stuff is not dated.
No, wait,
Anyway, go
you
ahead.
just jumped in again.
Yeah.
Finish,
Louise.
Andy, please.
Sorry.
I think
Now go
Matt.
in
Wow.
sync. Give me some NSYNC
Matt's
songs.
giving me a real stage to talk today.
As he just all of a sudden morphs back into Johnny Depp.
Oh, God.
I gave Andy a
guys
chance,
gotta
not
stop.
Johnny Depp.
You guys
Dude,
gotta
we're
stop.
calling it. We're calling it.
You guys got to stop.
We're calling
with
it
the Johnny
Depp
Depp shit.
Bloom.
I mean, it's
Depp
very.
Bloom,
It
right.
is
Depp
very.
Bloom.
Yeah,
Depp Bloom.
yeah. Jeff
DB,
Jeff-
can we please stop
Jeff
with the DB
Goldblum
over
and,
here?
and Johnny Depp. It is very flattering, honestly, but I just
All right,
think it's a
give
little
me
bit
some NSYNC
I mean,
songs.
it's
unwarranted.
it's-
He's a
you know,
little
very-
younger than us.
It's very flattering.
So he was, this
think
really
it's
wasn't
unwarranted.
Andy's necessarily
flattering.
Andy's
Thank you.
genre, really.
Exactly.
No, it wasn't.
Or no, not genre. Well, it wasn't your genre, but it wasn't your.
They also had.
No, I was alive. It was
but
in my
wasn't
era.
your
It was
era.
my generation. I just
generation.
They
I
also
wasn't.
had
I wasn't
That Makes
really.
You Larger Than Life. You know that song?
That was great.
Yeah,
I
that was
wasn't
another one of their
extremely
hits.
into boy bands.
I understand.
Yeah,
But
no.
can you just give? So it's like you're what,
So so those are my 2 Backstreet songs that
you know
I can
2
name.
NSYNC and 2 Backstreet.
No, I haven't gone.
Oh
yet
right.
with
What's
NSYNC.
their NSYNC ones?
I know Dirty Pop.
Dirty Pop.
Bye bye bye.
Yeah. Bye, bye, bye.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I did. They had an NSYNC song in a Disney movie I did called "The Other Me," and they've recently, I think, lost the rights to the NSYNC song.
Oh, no.
So they've taken the song out and replaced it with something else.
Yeah.
But I know that song. I forget the title, but I've heard that song
right.
before. Girlfriend, is that a song?
Oh yeah.
Or is that just
no, that's
Justin?
Timberlake.
Oh yeah.
See, it gets all wonky
Off
there.
of Justified record.
I don't know, man. I like Hall and Oates, Jackson
See,
5.
yeah,
what about
yeah,
One
yeah,
Direction?
Those are like I probably couldn't name you one.
Not one, huh?
Not one. One
We need.
Direction
I'm
song.
going to start playing those for
Yeah.
Andy.
Play 'em.
I'm down.
I think he needs
Everybody
to hear a
wanna
few of them.
feel my girl.
'Cause it's just take
Everybody
the
wanna
boy
think
band
you're
out of it. There's
all
some
awake.
really
That's
just
the
solid
thing.
pop rocks.
No.
I mean, it's just a genre. I'm not like pop rock is, but
No, but
for pop rock, it's
like we were saying though, it's going to be really interesting to see because it took what NSYNC's been not in sync for 20 years almost, right?
Wow.
20 years almost. They have not toured. Or, I know
That is
I know,
wild
right? Because
stuff.
Justified came out in 2003.
Scary.
Yeah,
Actually, 20
scary.
years.
So,
Wild
so now
stuff.
they're gonna get back, right? So you think about this: One Direction was only a band for 5 years before they had all these #1 records, and then massive pop songs, and then pop rock songs, and then it'll be interesting to see. But what's interesting about them is that they were not based off of dance moves. They didn't perform that way. They perform much more like Phil Collins would go out and perform.
So you
So
just
when they get
nailed
back
it.
together,
You
it's
just
going to be
nailed
really
it.
cool because they have incredible songs and they can just go out with a big band and just perform. They don't have to worry about trying to keep up with them with their
right.
younger selves. It's
You
tough.
see, you know what? I never even thought about
Yeah,
that.
like-
It's a great point, Joe, because to be honest, that's also why it's really hard for NSYNC to come back together.
course.
Because
They were tremendous dancers
they,
too.
well, actually, way more than Backstreet Boys. They
Way
were
more.
like a dance boy group that also
were.
did the
They were.
vocals, like in
They were.
particular.
So they're gonna have to
Justin
change it up.
And
Yeah.
JC, really, they
Yeah.
were the guys that took most of the vocals.
yeah, they did most.
The other guys, they
No.
did supporting vocals,
Yeah.
but they were great
But they
dancers.
can move. Yeah.
So you're right, Joe. So it's different. You're right. I can
Yeah.
imagine it'd be much harder for NSYNC to come back now at this age.
Yeah.
And whip out all that stuff they're whipping out. Do you want
Well-
to hear one of your interesting little factoid?
Sure.
NSYNC was a Disney group. They were put together by Disney.
Right.
Before they ever had their first song out or launched everything, they were doing these test pilots for NSYNC.
Nice.
And one of their test pilots was Boy Meets World Season 6 opening party.
Wow.
NSYNC was the performing act,
Wow.
and they come out and they were You could tell they were nervous. Like their first thing, I'll never forget. Justin with like the curled blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all super
Spaghetti
nice
head.
guys.
Spaghetti
Yeah.
head.
And then Danielle Fischel from Boy Meets World wound up dating Lance Bass.
Interesting.
That's how they met.
Wow.
And of course, obviously,
yeah.
that didn't work out because, well, Lance
For
has a
several reasons.
different preference, but
yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah.
but that's how that happened. And here's another funny little dish thing that I could tell you.
Okay. We should have a segment called Matt's Dish.
Matt's dish.
Yeah, like soap dish.
Oh,
Matt's
yeah,
dish.
Matt's dish.
Yeah.
Here's another funny,
got a
funny
dinner
It's
plate.
not a funny story. It's actually
Fine china.
It's actually like a little bit of like, I don't know, I have hesitation about this. I don't know how to feel about this. So I'm going to actually ask you guys because I don't think I've told you
Matt,
this story.
ask the world.
So, NSYNC then, of course, and Justin in particular, I think really liked the acting side of things and liked Boy Meets World, the show. So
Well, he always liked acting.
So after that,
I mean, he had several opportunities
yes,
in movies.
he actually did one not that long ago. It was pretty
He
good.
has a new
Was
one
it?
coming out that's going
Does
to
he?
be.
Yeah,
that's
he
gonna
had
be
one
pretty
coming
good.
out. He played like this guy who was in jail, and then he comes and he helps this like kid. He did the music for it. It was actually it was pretty good.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah, you should check it out. Anyway, so they did this. They perform at this up front. It's for Boy Meets World. It's us, obviously. So we're
Yeah.
there. We're doing our thing. You know, obviously Danielle makes friends with Lance. The guys kind of want to make friends with us because, like I said, they were interested in acting.
Yeah.
And they start coming on the set. Now, I started realizing that Danielle was going for Lance. Now, Danielle and I wound up dating later, but there was still like, I was very protective, let's put it that way, over
Yeah.
Danielle and the other girls in the show. And I felt like, oh, look at these boy banders coming on our set.
Yeah,
and all
look at
the
these guys.
all the guys like on the set.
Look at these tough guys with their sequin flared jeans coming on.
Ryder,
Doing their dance routines.
Me,
harmonizing.
me, Ryder,
Sounding like
wait, hold on.
angels.
It's not gonna be gyrating around my girls like this.
Kind of. So me, Ryder, and Will, we got a little protective. Not a belly, but a little protective. And me,
She's our girl.
and me, I think. What? Oh, guys.
Jeez, you guys
We're gonna
are-
drop some comedy on these little freaks.
Have you heard a little bit about timing?
Guys, pull out that scene from episode 21. Oh, God.
You remember that scene?
Yeah.
The one in the cafeteria? Yeah, that's
Bye,
the one.
bye, bye. Hold on. We're going to top that with a joke. Oh, God. Go ahead. Sorry. Oh, God.
Oh, keep going, keep going.
So, you know, and me in particular, because I was getting along quite well with Danielle. Like, she was cool. It wasn't romantic. It was just friend. Like, I was protective. I truly
yeah,
was protective
yeah.
of all the girls on the set.
It wasn't romantic.
There was a lot of girls. who,
totally
you know,
watched
acting.
over and beat the shit out of anybody that talked to her.
Anyway,
What?
I gotta
Waited
get through
outside
this,
of her
guys.
house in the bushes at night. Watched her
Threw rocks in her
brush
window.
collected her hair.
Yeah.
That shed
Yeah.
around the set.
I did
Made a
air
little
bow and
doll.
arrows. I blew her air bow and arrow
Made a
kisses.
little doll and talked to it at night. No, go ahead. I'm just
Sorry.
kidding. Go ahead.
Keep quiet because he's getting mad now. He's starting to drink and like his jaw gets all clenched when he gets mad.
He's telling
No,
a good
it's the
story.
fourth time.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a
a
good
bit
story.
Bit
That's
much.
the story though. 4 times the charm. But go ahead. You
Bit
know.
much.
You know the old saying.
Yeah. Okay. I don't.
Come on,
Come
come on. You're
on,
good. You're
don't
good. You're
do
good.
that.
Okay. So you were watching over Danielle. You're watching over Danielle.
Yeah.
And
All
the
the girls
guys.
on the set, and then they kept coming over, and then me, Ryder, and Will started performing Backstreet Boys songs in front of the audience.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
We didn't sync there.
And it became a thing.
Ooh.
We would do I Want It That Way, and the audience would love it, and they were getting pissed. So this little underlying feud started. And I didn't realize how much, you know? And fast forward 5 or 8 years, 7 years later, 6 years later maybe, and Justified had just come out, and it was a huge hit. And I'm out at this other event, something. Justin is right there. I walk up to him. Because, I mean, literally, he was on the set for like a year. Like, we you know, knew him. Walk up to him, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be super cool because I actually really loved this record and loved what he was
Justified
doing.
was an
And I
amazing
walked up and I
record.
was like, dude, I just want to say, from where you came from and hearing Justified, like, wow, props. And he goes, oh, now you want to be nice to me?
What?
And walks away.
No.
He big-timed me.
No.
Because he truly, I think, thought that now that he had a big, successful single record, I wanted to be
What?
friends with him. And I was
What?
like, no, that was not the
No.
point at all.
Wow.
But I see that the feud was real.
Wow.
He confirmed that the feud was real on that set between us boys doing I Want It That Way and for the audience and kind of being protective over the girls with these boy banders coming on our set. So that was the feud.
Wow.
And still to this day, I know Justin's super cool with you because he
Yeah.
always has
Yeah.
he's always been super cool.
Yeah.
But still to this day,
wow.
he
Dare
doesn't
I-
really enjoy
Dare
my
I say
Next time I
this,
see him,
though?
I'll
doesn't really
put in a
enjoy
good
my
word for him.
presence.
Dare I
Wow.
say this?
What?
You also dated his or kind of
Oh, I
hung
didn't
out with his
think of that.
wife.
Oh yeah, Jessica. That's right. Well, this is way back in the day.
I mean,
though,
you guys
when
were-
we were kids.
yeah, you were kids, so,
we were
you
like
know.
16 years
You know,
old.
it's-
I think we held hands and maybe kissed. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ship up.
So like,
all the stuff.
You know, I
But
wasn't-
that probably
I didn't
doesn't.
move-
that probably doesn't help the whole feud.
Oh,
thing
maybe. Maybe I didn't even put that together. It was such like
Maybe.
innocent.
Of course.
It was like, you know,
Do you
such
know that?
innocent.
You know that Justified record? And don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive was. I mean, Justin wrote some stuff on there too, but it was also written a lot by the Neptunes.
And then all of a sudden we
And
go
they-
back, we listen to. Uh-oh. We go back
What?
and we listen to. We had just a light flicker back there.
really?
New studio, everybody.
Oh, it's the Studio Ghost.
Oh, we got a studio ghost.
We got a haunt, guys. It's a
Wow.
haunt. It is October. No, but listen. So if I'm not mistaken,
Oh Lord. The ghost of DB.
Whoa, wait, yeah, something's going on.
Brotherly Love Pod.
That's some issues, huh? Is anything else glitching? What is that doing? It's changing colors.
Dun, 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 dun,
This is
dun,
crazy.
bum, 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 bum. Anyway, so listen, I think it was written by the Neptunes, and I think that they wrote a lot of that record, believe it or not, for Michael Jackson.
No.
Yes. And Michael Jackson, for some reason, because I want to rock your body day to day. Come on and dance with me. Think about,
Oh my.
right?
Wait, so who wrote that song?
The Neptunes. So
Justin didn't write that
well,
song?
I think he co-wrote some stuff. You know how it works. Like
Right.
these guys wrote some stuff, and I'm sure Justin came in and
You know
got
that
his
works.
own.
Nobody
that-
writes their real own
that
music
was- no,
these
he
days.
does.
No,
Well,
he does. He
no,
absolutely
he
that
does.
does.
was that was
But the Neptunes, so
The Neptunes
they wrote.
song?
So they wrote a lot of those
Wow.
records. I heard that they wrote basically.
and then did Pharrell
Pharrell produced, yeah, but it
great
was
production.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but it was
really
But it
sick.
was
It
yeah,
was really
I'm bringing
good.
Yeah.
sexy back.
I'll never forget. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
You
like
are the-
it was a
Yeah.
musical statement.
It was
Yeah.
great. That was great. It was an amazing record. But that gone, baby girl, yeah.
That was so good too.
So good. So, but they wrote a lot of that record for Michael Jackson,
Cry Me a River.
and
Oh.
Michael Jackson. Think about look. Think about Michael singing that. But think about Michael singing "Rock Your Body." I mean,
Oh, wait, you know what, guys? With AI, we can do that.
we can do that.
We could have MJ sing those
We'll
songs.
have the Justified record by
Oh,
MJ.
this is, by the way.
Anyway,
That
so
would
wait,
be
hold on.
insane.
So, but
I'll
let you
but
finish,
then,
and I'll go
but
back.
then Michael apparently,
remember this.
Then Michael apparently
Didn't
was just
wanna
in a
do
weird
it.
headspace. He didn't like it. Wow. So they were crushed because they wrote it for Michael as his like comeback record after like History didn't do that well and stuff. So and he
I
hadn't
remember
done
that,
Invincible yet, or Invincible, right?
Yeah.
That was his with a rock your world or
Yeah.
a rock your world
That could have, that might have, that with MJ on that might have been one of the biggest records of all time.
of all time. I know. So Justin was amazing.
He's
But you
amazing,
think
but-
about MJ singing those
There's
songs.
just-
Oh
come
my
on,
God!
you can't- you
and
can't-
instead, I think he did like
he's on a
Blood on a
level all
Dance
his
Floor
own.
instead.
No, that's an old record.
Or I'm telling you, I think that was the record that he went with instead of Justified because they brought Justified with
Time
him
is the right
2 years
time.
before.
I don't know for
No,
sure.
no,
They
no,
wrote
it's
that
not.
2 years before Justified did
That's
it.
not
Like
the
remember
right
that
record.
came out in 2000. Don't get my chronological timing here correct, but I think it was like 03 that Justified came out. But I think they wrote it a couple years before. Anyway, long story short. They wrote a lot of that for Michael Jackson, and he passed, and so a lot of that stuff was passed on to Justin Timberlake, who then put his own spin on it and did an amazing job. But how cool is that?
Super
Yeah.
cool. Now, this is an interesting topic because I get into this quite a bit
Okay.
with Chili.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Because obviously, look, she's been in the music industry for 40 years. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Who's that again?
Not,
Who we talking
not
about?
quite, but
Chili.
almost Chili. Yeah. Anyway, so I talk because
Chili.
of AI
Yeah.
and how it's really impacted. Like, it's coming to acting for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's really impacting music right now because you can take anybody
Yeah.
and lay it over anything, and it sounds like as if you've resurrected the artist.
It's crazy.
So for me, now I don't have a lot of audio music property out there. So for me, it's like, wow, this sounds kind of cool because in the future, in the next decade, music will sort of, at least a genre of music will become these mashups of everything and anything you could think of.
Right.
Like having,
Right.
you know, Frank Sinatra sing over a Michael Jackson song, and
Right.
and do different, but do the production of this.
Right.
You could do all these different
You could,
elements.
you could do a Drake Sinatra mashup.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
know.
basically
Right.
taking the equation of what, artists used to do in the early 90s when they were taking and resampling. Of
course.
Like what Biggie would do and
Oh,
Puffy would
Puffy,
do.
yeah.
Resampling and all the I think it's going to be that, but on like this multi-dimensional level where you're using voices
Yeah.
and you're doing all this thing. Anyway, Jilly is like, this is death to the industry. She doesn't want
yeah.
anywhere near it. So
Right.
it's that in that way we're a bit on the opposites because
Yeah.
and so but she's been educating me quite a bit and I've
Yeah.
been sort of I see it from both perspectives.
Yeah.
Now, and anyway, I was just bringing that up because it's so interesting, and I wanted to know what you thought about AI and the fact that it could literally, like, anything you've ever done, someone could take your vocals
picture something
and do something crazy with it. Now, for me, here's my perspective, because like I said, I'm not the person whose art is being taken and doing that with. But for me, it's like, how cool is it you get to live on as a new piece of art?
Yeah.
Like you become part of a collage and a fabric of making that type of entertainment forever.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I'd love to hear that Chris Cornell, Aretha Franklin record, or that, that like
honestly,
Nat King Cole and Whitney Houston record.
So you're down.
I mean,
honestly, look.
I think there's something I think about if you take an artist that's passed.
Yeah.
I think it's different than if you take somebody that's still alive.
I can see that.
Because when you take an artist that's passed, I feel like there's a
it's
life,
a little more breathing life into
it's breathing
something
life
instead
into
of
it.
taking somebody's
Exactly, and taking it from while they're still
That makes sense
in this form. So I don't
makes sense.
I feel like that could be maybe that's a barometer of some way to I don't know.
I tend
function.
to agree with that.
Well, here's my thing: is I
some
think
people to redo Nothing But Love Can't Fix. I'd be cool with that.
But you're alive still.
It's true.
But here's what I'm thinking, though. But how cool is it, though?
But
In essence,
if
it
you
breathes
could,
life.
Yeah. But if you could decide, if you could have the choice,
I'd
that
be
would
cool
be
with it.
awesome.
Here's what I think, and a couple artists have already started to do this, is that, okay, but they have to attach a digital. So basically, there will be a digital code attached to your exact resonance on your voice, okay?
Right.
And when somebody uses it, just like what SAG is fighting for right now when it comes to your likeness on TV, you'll get a residual payment for that.
Wow, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Every time somebody says, I'm going to plug Joey Lawrence into this AI thing.
Yeah.
You get 50 cents.
Some people actually
You'll
thought I was
get-
an AI. There were some times when I showed up really tan and manicured
Yeah,
things,
yeah, I remember
and they
that.
called me an AI. So
that. They were on you too. They were calling you metrosexual. Remember when that was a thing? When they were
Yeah.
calling all these guys metrosexual?
Very metro.
Now that would be like, we can't call him metrosexual.
How dare you? I'm offended. I
yeah,
don't
remember
care.
it was such a thing. It
I've had
started
some
with
terrible
you.
haircuts and
Honestly, you know what it was? It was you and
people
David
used to pluck
Beckham.
my eyebrows too much.
You and David Beckham.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a few years there where you guys were being splashed on every cover they could put you on. Metrosexual,
Yeah.
Joey Lawrence, metrosexual, David Beckham.
Yep.
Look at the way these guys dress.
Yep.
Look at their eyebrows.
Yep. I know.
So wild.
I know. I don't
So
care,
wild,
but it is
man.
funny how times have changed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't
a
that long ago.
decade?
Yeah. No,
Wow.
it was
It
not
feels
that
like a
long
while.
ago.
I mean, that
Feels like forever. We've
Yeah, man.
come so far.
Oh yeah, I know, and yet things come back. Like we were just talking about this. Like what the hell are all these grown men wearing all of a sudden again? Like these 90s.
Well, the 90s are back, so now it's all baggy. The stuff
can't
that I
take
was
it.
mortified
here's
online to
the
have
deal.
pictures of
Yeah,
me.
here's the deal.
And now those pictures are cool.
The flared
I
don't
jeans,
understand
it.
the flared jeans, the super baggy jeans.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, like, here's the deal. It's one thing to wear it as a kid.
What is that
like,
big T-shirt? Billie Eilish.
I mean,
What?
like, it's like
That
as a
song, big
Oh, yeah.
T-shirt, Billie Eilish. 'cause
as a
she
kid,
started
yeah.
with that big
Yeah.
T-shirt.
as a kid, like, to make these, to try to be trendy and to make these fashion mistakes. Some of them are big mistakes. I mean, some of the stuff I wore, some of the stuff you wore.
Oh,
woo,
I'm
bad.
mortified. That's
terrible.
the one thing that I always think about that I don't like about being a kid growing up in front of the
Yeah, because you
public eye.
see all your crazy awkward
all that
stages.
stuff that most people get to bury in the family
I had a
vault.
crazy awkward stage
It's all
last
out there
week.
for everybody
It was
to
terrible.
see.
It was terrible. Yeah,
It's great.
I was embarrassed by what I wore last week actually, but it was no, but it's just like you
Oh,
those
Joe,
those
just a
things
little
are somewhat understandable because you're trying to
sidebar.
find out who you are. But to
Sidebar.
see like grown men wearing this stuff now is
Sidebar, I don't know how it's possible, but you shrink jackets.
I do shrink jackets.
I don't know how anybody does this.
Yeah,
Has,
leather.
has anybody ever met somebody that shrinks jackets?
I
Well,
found
this is a
out
funny
about it
thing. Go ahead,
online.
I'll-
So
What?
Yes. I bought a couple leather jackets and I had a couple of old leather jackets from the 90s that obviously were massive. And I was like, I love these coats, but they're just too big. I just don't want to wear them anymore. They're like, I used to call them tent clothes.
You should
right?
have
'Cause
given
it
them to
looks
me.
I know, because you're a broader
Can I
guy.
interrupt real quick?
Good.
I like the tent clothes because remember when I was like 12 or 13 going into high school?
yeah.
I was so thin
You were really skinny.
that when I turned to the side, my
disappeared.
nickname in high school, in that 7th or 8th grade
Yeah.
was Envelope Boy.
Envelope.
Because you could see me this way.
Oh,
When you turned me to the side, I was
gosh.
so thin you couldn't see me. That's all the kids called me. They were really
He
rude.
wore like 3 pairs of socks.
so
his
the
ankles were
tent
thicker.
clothes
Yeah.
were my
I know.
sanctuary because I remember how baggy the crisscross.
Oh, yeah. And
the-
cross colors.
And the
Cross colors.
reverse, the upside down.
Cross colors.
Oh, I used to
Cross
love
colors.
that stuff, man.
Yeah,
that
man.
was like my jam.
Cross colors was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, anyway, so I found them. I was like, I don't want to get rid of these, you know, and to try to tailor leather is a disaster
I
and very
know.
expensive and stupid.
I know.
So I read that you can actually wash it hot with soap and dry them. And depending on the leather and how it's put together, sometimes they shrink up like a size or two. And you know what? As you know, I was able to do this.
He loves it.
And a couple of my coats came
loves
out
it.
awesome.
They've come out awesome.
And I can wear them now. And
He
they're like
wears them again.
25-year-old jackets. I love 'em.
Resurrected.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
So,
I don't understand why they're bringing
sorry,
these
one
huge
a-
baggy pants back.
One
Like,
anecdote
you know,
about
40-year-old
Joe.
guys.
One
Pretty
anecdote
crazy.
about Joe is that I'm always on the other end here because my clothes are all utility clothes. Like I literally have t-shirts and sweatpants, but like if I have pants, they usually have like some sort of built-in skid plate or something for work. You know,
Yep.
So
For me to put a drill
And
bit.
then Joe is about the look of it, which is great because you know that's part of fashion. Dude. And I have I have trouble
Although
with that.
I'm,
However,
I've
Joe
been
goes
letting
to
myself down lately.
Joe
believe me.
goes to the point where, and Andy and I, this is where Andy and I draw the line. Joe, because he's great with giving presents, he loves to give all these gifts to people and this and that, but he'll give you things that Joe loves. And you'll go to
It
put on these
restricts your
jackets,
range of
and
motion.
you literally, not only can you not button them up, and this is the best part,
Literally-
Joe's like, why would you button up a jacket? Why would you zip that
hold on.
up? That's not the way it's supposed to look.
Restricts range of motion
yeah.
before I reach for something. He's like, when the hell are you going to reach for something?
When are you going to reach for something?
All the time?
Keep your hands down by your sides at all times.
Anytime I want to take a swig
That's the
of
way you
a
look
drink
best.
or pick up
It's true.
I don't know, my
guy's a
phone,
real
you
jerk.
don't need to do anything. That
Hey,
you look
Joe, you
good.
look great. And
He
by the
does.
way, I think
Wait.
about 70%
Wait.
of my wardrobe is your
I know,
hand-me-downs right now.
and to
So,
Joe's point, I
yeah.
thought it was a joke because I'm like, dude, this jacket does not fit me. He's like, no, that's how you have to wear it. I'm like, dude, it doesn't even close. He's like, it's not supposed to close.
You're a
I
very
know.
broad guy.
And then
man.
wait, I go on magazines and I'm looking and all like the dudes, you know, you got like Hugh Jackman, Tom Hardy, Brad Pitt. They're all wearing their jackets. None of them close.
I know.
Like Bradley
Joe
Cooper.
knows-
I'm
Joe
like,
knows
oh my
what he's
God.
talking about.
He's right.
It's funny.
All these guys, they don't.
It's
There's
so
no
true.
way they
Because
can
you know,
close those jackets.
when
No
they
way.
photograph
Yeah.
these guys
The
in
Rock,
these coats,
yeah.
right?
Well, that's
all
what
of
he
And
them.
they're standing there.
He
and
can
the
never
jacket
close
just
the
looks like
jacket.
it fits perfect.
Of course.
Yeah, it fits perfect as you see it. There's
The minute
no
you try to
way-
button it,
Yeah.
There's no way that's actually
can't do it,
closing,
dude.
If
Yeah.
you want it to look like,
can't.
you know, like you've stepped into it and like it just fits you like a glove.
Joe likes to float like he's in a picture at all
I
times.
know, he
I'm,
does.
I'm living art,
know.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
kill me,
Lord.
kill me.
Have
No.
you seen, by the way-
No, but I've changed a little bit.
This is a
Yeah,
big
you know,
thing I'm
yeah.
super excited about.
What?
And I did a little of that. You know that old, it's new now, but remember at late night when you see those infomercials and they somehow trigger your brain to buy these
Oh, Lord.
ridiculous stuff?
Dude,
Yes.
they've been around for.
Right. Well, now
Yeah.
the new
They've
version of it.
survived. They've pried on people for
Yeah,
40
for
years.
They have.
But now, I think longer than that.
Yeah.
But now the new version of it is social media. The way they do it, they buzz you
course.
exactly, and they know you, they know your algorithm. So,
You're about ready to
but
go
one
to sleep
thing,
and you see a hair vitamin, you're like, what?
yeah, I know. I gotta
What is this,
try this.
Nutrifoil?
Exactly.
What the hell
There's
is
one
this?
called Nutrifoil.
What the hell is this? Grow my hair back. Look at these before and after pictures. I'm falling asleep, but I must have them. Bye.
Yeah, and then you forget, and then it shows up, and you're like, oh, I did order
Did
these.
I order something last night?
I have that problem with vacuums.
Oh
my God.
I keep getting vacuums showing up at the house. I don't know
Oh
what's
my
going
gosh.
on.
I love
know.
But this one I'm super excited
That's like
about.
a good
I'm not a
vacuum.
suit guy. I've never felt right in a suit.
Okay.
I've never felt right in a suit ever.
I love suits. I'm
There's a
obsessed.
suit that came across on my feed on Instagram.
No. Did you buy it?
That is fully functioning. Like
No.
you could go and do parkour in it.
Wait a minute.
And you send it, they do all these measurements and you send it and it's like sculpted to your body. Dude.
What is the material? Is it made
looks
of like
incredible. And it's got like
So
a
did-
little
wait, okay.
elbow support, little
Come
knees.
on.
Get to it. Did
Dude,
you
it's like
get it?
It's like a
Did you get
suit.
it?
No, but I'm going to.
Okay,
Oh,
I
what
was
is
in the way-
that?
No.
So
Sorry for a
lame.
disappointing end to that. So
I thought you were gonna pull it out.
I am going
Yeah.
to get it. I have it
Guys, check
saved.
this out.
Or
I
give
have
him a
it
shout out
saved.
and ask him to send you one.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. Wait, what's
I
the
will.
name? Yeah, find out the name of the company.
Next,
and we'll do it.
It's gonna take me a little too long to do that because it's
Yeah.
way deep buried in there. Sam, find us the name of the company.
he wouldn't know.
Poor Sam.
Can he read our minds?
Send him on
He's
a
supposed to know
goose.
everything.
You would know the
He's
goose.
the brains of this operation, guys.
Sam, hack into Matt's phone and pull up his old
Basically,
feed.
Sam is our Jarvis.
Yeah.
Remember that from Iron Man? He just put the
Yes.
mask on and asked Jarvis anything.
Without Sam, Andy wouldn't function at all.
I know. Sam, put a thought into my mind.
Why
I
do
need
you-
one to
yeah.
keep talking.
I'm hardline.
You just see Sam's writing Andy's dialogue. It's coming out of his mouth.
How is he doing that? It's a chord. Sam, hook me up. Oh, hey.
He's got the old amp.
Why
like,
can't we get the
guitar
hookup?
chord.
Right. Why can't we get the hookup, Sam? Sam's our
hardlined
Jarvis.
in.
Your hard line.
Yes, our
Does he
Jarvis.
have an HDMI input? Does he have?
Yeah, he's got a USC.
out of control.
USC cord. Hey, stop.
Oh,
filling me
you
up
the
with
new
that.
one? The
Yeah,
new
USC.
iPhone input?
By the way, yeah, the new iPhones, by the way,
Yeah.
don't have.
No.
They're doing away with the iPhone.
Well, that's
New
because
chargers, everybody.
Because around the world, They want it all the
chargers.
same, which makes sense.
Also, they
sense, but-
suck because I don't know, for some reason I can't get mine to work.
Sometimes if
Yeah.
any fuzz gets in there with that old
I
school
also
one,
shower. I bathe with my phone. Shower
Yeah.
with it.
that's weird.
I use it. It's a loofah. This is my
I
case.
don't know.
Part case, part loofah. Look at this.
Strangest thing
Oh
ever.
my God.
No, but you
The
never like
worst
you're
application
never like
for a phone
yeah,
case.
You never take an
Look.
Epsom salt bath or
Oh,
something,
it's
and-
funny, it's
or in a steamy shower.
Yeah.
Scroll your phone.
Oh
That's
my
right. That's
God.
exactly
Never?
right. Would you guys wear
really
these-
do.
What? Come on.
I swear to God, that's the time to
Come
do it.
on. You do not.
Sure, I do.
You
I
scroll when you're...
in the shower sometimes.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
You can't even...
However, you know what I thought would
I
be
bathe when
actually
I'm in the shower.
You know what I thought would be kind of cool, and I don't know why Apple
my
hasn't
feet.
come up with a product yet. Is it wherever you go?
They have-
perfect example like that. Like say you go to a shower, you go to get in your car, you go do these things where you're kind of isolated in a thing. Wouldn't it be great, like a credit card slot, to be able to slip your phone in and it puts it up onto, like
Like a mirroring
a
thing.
mirroring
That'd
screen?
be cool.
You can
Yeah.
just have a.
So
can
you
have
slide it like you're in the bathroom. So you just go boop,
a mirroring thing.
comes up on your
Oh,
mirror.
that's
Or in
cool.
the shower, boop, comes up on the shower
cool.
door.
That's
or
cool.
boop, comes up, in the kitchen. Or
Does it have to make that noise when you do it, though?
I kind of like the boop, boop. It could be a really nice one. Like,
Matt's in the shower again with his phone. Yeah. Like it today.
Yeah.
Or those rings that we all use.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk, dunk,
What if
dunk,
it, what if
dunk,
it
dunk.
malfunctions and it's like when you get in a car and you're not buckling up and you beep 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 beep.
possible,
That
Dude,
is the
my
worst.
my vehicle doesn't shut up. It just goes until
many
it doesn't.
clangs and clangs.
It is the most persistent.
I know.
I mean, the dedication of this thing to make
I
me
have a
buckle.
pet peeve. I have a pet peeve.
It's okay.
About I have
Safety
a,
first, Andy.
Yeah.
Safety
Are you gonna
first.
say? I think I can actually read your mind right now.
Joe, you just cleared your throat.
This
and it
car-
made me clear my
Opening a
throat.
door.
That's
and
how
the-
in sync we
and the-
are.
Yeah,
it
bro.
breaks.
No, it shuts off.
Yeah. What?
What
This is
the
not
heck? Okay, so you know what
Not
it
to
is?
mention, you know how when you put it in reverse?
Yeah.
And you're going down, you're
Yeah.
coming out of a driveway.
Dude,
it's got a slight
you wanna check.
decline.
Yeah, you open the
So
door.
you open the door.
Old
or-
school, baby.
Or
Yeah.
you don't want to actually press the gas.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a hybrid.
Yep.
It's a
It'll
electric-
move forward, and,
but
and if you open the door, it
if
shuts
you
off.
coast,
Yeah.
it detects coast
Yep.
as you're out of control and will
It's shot.
slam
Yep.
on the brakes. And
So-
you think you hit something.
So-
it's
Joe?
ridiculous.
Dude, you know
I
what
hate
it is? You want to know what it is?
Shame on you.
I
Corey.
It's an EV thing.
Yeah, it is an
That's
EV.
what it
No,
is.
it's not. No, it's not. Because I'm going to give you the
Does,
thing.
does yours do it too?
F-150, I'm driving down, and I was going to put the window down because I was going to slip out as I'm moving and throw a bottle that I had in my car into my recycler.
Right.
Instead, I opened the door to do it.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Oh,
I was like-
my.
I was going 3 or 4 miles. I was just rolling. I was
People
like,
aren't
what?
driving, opening their doors.
What if I was going 10 miles an hour? Like, you
I mean,
still might pop your door
I usually
open.
do this as a thing. I would just drive with my door open.
Well, I
I used to like to watch the.
I used
the
to have
little-
a
the
Bronco
little
without
stripes come
doors.
by.
He would take
I
the
know.
doors off.
Well, that's yeah.
No, it's really
I actually
crazy.
don't know. I can't.
I don't
It's the
like
weirdest
the
thing
backup
ever.
function. I'm backing up.
There
take
are
my-
certain times when
actually not
technology is
safe.
just not
It's
good
not
enough
safe.
yet.
No,
They
it's
can
not.
actually cause problems
I know.
if you take the human element out
Yeah.
of it. You got to still be able to maneuver things
get
at this
that.
point. Technology is still not quite there.
What about the car that if you're coasting into another lane without making a definitive move, you know what you're doing because
Yep.
you're just going. It detects it
I
as you've
know.
not controlled the vehicle and will bring you back
Bring you
into
back.
the lane, possibly causing an accident.
I know.
because you think the car's out of control.
there are a few gray areas like that.
The problem is, I think
can't-
we're getting to a point in society where we're overthinking.
Well, now
things.
they're-
too much thinking.
They're gonna be. I mean, what
Too
about
much.
what about this thing where they're gonna have cars just drive themselves back to the dealer?
Oh,
oh
so
yeah, if you don't make your payments.
Yeah, or
so
something,
that's
you know,
they
like,
were
what
talking
the
about
heck?
that. Ford was actually talking about
Wow.
that.
Oh my
But
goodness.
what's funny is Ford's having the most trouble with their EVs right now.
Wow.
Because
They've also lost like billions
did you
of
see
dollars.
what the president
on
of
them, too.
Ford said?
No.
Yeah, our
Hey,
EVs
these
suck.
Lightning
Yeah.
F-150s, they suck.
Really?
He said, I've been trying. You can't go long distance. You just
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I
This
gotta be
doesn't
honest with you. I have a hybrid by the.
And I love
by the,
Ford, by the way. Please, Ford, don't take me off of
I
your-
have a-
well,
I have
your
a-
what is it, legacy program?
I have a.
I love Ford. I've had Ford
I
my
got
whole
a
life.
Jeep.
Start off with a Ford Bronco. I've had F-150s. I had the first Lightning ever out there. I'm a big Ford guy. I was going to get the EV Lightning, but I'm going to wait now. I'm not going to get out of Ford.
Yeah.
I
You
love
know,
Ford.
I say a lot of these EV vehicles.
And I love Tesla too. Tesla's great. In fact, did you see that video?
And
of the
Saks, Fifth Avenue.
Wait, did you see? No, did you see the ad?
And
though?
Amphibians Plus.
Did you
What?
see that the camera?
Rolex, all states Barbados. Are we just throwing out brands we like? Because I can do that all
Tom
day
Ford.
long.
Did you
too,
see
yeah.
the? Did you see the?
Tom Ford?
Somebody had a camera dash cam of a Tesla that was going about 30 miles an hour in autopilot, and it avoided and did a double maneuver to avoid a massive accident. It was the driver probably would have never made that maneuver. I got to find it and pull it up. you're gonna freak out. The autopilot.
Please, because all I see are the videos where the autopilot drives you into a wall.
No, the autopilot.
You're like, hey, you didn't see that?
No, the auto, dude. Honestly, the autopilot's getting.
I don't know how he didn't see this building.
The
I don't know how the car
autopilot
didn't see it.
is getting scary good.
All right.
Did we
Scary
finish
good.
our conversation about style? And,
No, we
and,
didn't
and
finish
people
it because
walking
Matt
around
went off on some
looking
tangents.
like fridges.
Oh no!
Yes.
And
We didn't
couches.
finish
But the
that.
thing, you're right. So going back to style, what I don't understand
you're
is
right,
why
man. Good
at
call.
40, at 35 or 40, you would then go, hey, wait a minute. These clothes that arguably did not look good on me when I was 15, I'm going to wear now, but at 40, because they will look good.
Yeah,
That I don't
They look-
understand.
a lot of goofy stuff is coming back.
Yes.
The only guy that can pull off goofy, honestly, is Pedro Pascal.
I love it.
He whatever he wears
great.
works. He can wear.
I love when they ask him, "What do you think of
You know-
because you're considered a heartthrob?" And he goes,
Yeah, he laughs. He's great. I
Really?
really like him.
"He's
yeah.
like really dorky, like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe I am. I don't know."
Yeah, he's
Oh my
really
God.
great.
Really?
Yeah, and he wears
Okay.
some crazy stuff
Yeah.
sometimes, but I like
He's
him.
cool, dude.
Didn't he wear red shorts?
Yeah, and Matt
Like a
wore red
red
shorts,
short
and I
suit.
and
What?
yeah, there was that picture of you and him in
You
the
wore
same
red
outfit.
shorts?
I sent it to you.
Somebody put a side by side of me and Pedro Pascal, the
Yeah.
same red shorts.
It was great.
You have red
I could
shorts?
try to
I
find it.
don't think so.
I didn't think you
It
have
was
anything
great.
red.
No, he was like a little
I
kid.
have a red T-shirt.
Oh, yes.
It was
I was
like
a
a red.
kid?
You
yeah.
were- that's
they said who wore
right.
it better, Pedro Pascal.
So they're making fun of me as a
well,
kid.
yeah, but it was great,
I know,
dude.
I
Hey,
just
man, it's
kidding.
all open now. It doesn't matter if you were
Pedro's
5.
great.
You got to take responsibility for that damn outfit. You walked
Yeah,
out of the
but-
house in it.
Funny.
But there's a lot of bad style.
I don't know
out
what's
there.
going on. I'm not a big fan of these huge, baggy, like
Yeah,
stovepipe
well, no, me neither.
pants. I just think, honestly, for guys, I just think they make you look really dumpy, honestly. And then with the crop jackets,
Mm-hmm.
like these super wide. I don't know. I
think
always
in
I always
10,
look at the
20
icons.
years,
I always look at the icons, right?
you're gonna look
they
back
kind of
and
never really
really regret
change. You know, like you can kind of pick up a few things that are cool,
Mm-hmm.
like, but don't overall change. You look at like Springsteen and these guys, like
The
they've always
classics.
sort of worn what they've worn,
No,
and they
I'm-
always look cool.
It's true.
Always. No matter what
looking-
generation.
I mean, at my age, I'm looking at it as like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with kind of what's classic because that's.
Yeah.
I just want to look back and be like,
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't maybe the trendiest, but I wasn't wearing that thing.
And to be honest,
Yeah.
here, and it's not good for necessarily, one side of the career that I've chosen, but I really switched over. I'm, that whole thing about okay, so there's 7 numbers in a telephone number, right? You know why that's
Where are you
generally
going with
speaking?
this? I
Well,
don't
you're
know
gonna have to
why.
wait and see.
Wow.
Do you know why?
And the
Buckle up,
audience
buddy.
is
Do you
know
ready
why?
to go.
Do you know why
Buckle up.
there's typically 7 numbers in a phone number, and why it hasn't gone to lots more and all this kind of stuff is because after the 7th thing you need to remember, your brain falls off. Right. There's a magic number of 7. For some reason, you can remember 7, but 8 and 9 doesn't matter how smart you are. 10 and 11, definitely not.
Okay.
So it's 7 decisions. So the guys at the tops of all the big companies, they understand that their brain has about 7 to 8 really good decisions before they got to recharge and before they can make more. Yeah. So if they get up in the morning and they're making all these decisions about what they're going to wear before they leave the house,
Right.
that's that many decisions left they have at work to put towards their business. So that's why you see a lot of the big guys wear almost like a uniform. Same T-shirt and jeans every time, like Steve Jobs. Elon Musk doesn't really vary very much.
No.
Just kind of wears the same stuff all day long. Bill Gates doesn't really vary very much.
Nope.
Pretty much wears the same stuff all day long. So for me, it's like I've gotten into, and it's comfortable. It's like, and it's, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing. I go grab a T-shirt and a pair of sweatpants or whatever, and that's just it. It's like a uniform.
Oh God.
What's wrong? Why are you laughing at
I'm
me?
laughing at 2 things.
Okay, go for it. Tell me what you're laughing at me about.
Yeah. It's not you, but it's
Hand me my balls, Andy.
I don't know what.
Just hand them to me.
I love Matt's like, listen, Bill Gates. He names like the top.
I'm not. Okay, yeah, I
top-
knew you were going there.
the
I'm comparing
world
myself.
Tech leader.
Did I say
And
I
he's
could-
in flip flops and joggers.
exactly right, baby.
This is my outfit. All right. This is what I wear.
This is why I wear hat,
This is what I wear.
T-shirt,
But the other
joggers,
but that's really not
flip-flops.
that's not what's really funny. What was really funny, I'm thinking of a guy that can only make 7 decisions and then his completely
Just fritzes
falls
out.
apart.
That's just
So
a
if
funny
you
movie
catch him-
idea.
If you catch
It's a great
him-
movie
if
idea.
you catch
Every day he
this,
gets
this
7
this
decisions.
genius at the wrong time, he's
Lucky
done.
number 7. This
Yeah.
is great.
He
dude.
can't hear it. He can't listen to
great idea.
people because if you
Wow.
ask him, what did you have for breakfast? You know?
Don't ask
Where's
me.
the
It's
It's like
bathroom?
liar,
Oh,
meets. Oh, Joe, yawns are also contagious.
I know.
pal.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. It's been a
You
long.
just got the whole
been a long
audience
week.
yawning,
I know, it's
Joe,
been a long
including
week.
us. That's
Look,
not what we want for the audience when
I
they're
know,
listening to our
I know.
podcast. To be a yawn
Yeah,
fest
what did
over
you do
here.
today?
and it wasn't your story.
Put some money in the tip
What
jar.
time-
There's a
wasn't your
yawn
story.
tip
What
jar over
time-
there
It
as
wasn't
well.
your story. It
What
wasn't your
time?
story. It's me. It's all me. Huh?
I just realized too. That
Anyway,
my,
I'm not
my,
trying to
my-
clear the air. I'm not saying I'm not comparing myself to these guys. I'm looking up.
No,
to
you're
these
emulating
guys.
them in
Emulate,
your daily
trying
choices.
to pull
I
any little
understand.
piece I can out of the.
all right. Well,
I just
let
love
me,
that
let
I
me just
started
say
asking
this.
Matt 7 rapid
Yeah, burn all those good decisions out in the first
And
12
then I'm
minutes.
the worst in the podcast,
Exactly.
and that's his whole scheme is get me to be.
It's so terrible.
By 10 a.m., he's making the worst decisions of his life.
Yeah.
No,
Matt, which one?
Matt,
that one. Which one? That
oh
one.
my God,
Which
perfect,
one?
perfect,
No,
perfect.
no. I've already made 4.
I got 3 left.
Oh no!
No, but I was just saying, if we're gonna pick
Matt,
an
no,
outfit,
no.
if we're gonna pick an outfit, let's just at least pick a good uniform. You know,
Not
like I
these
don't know if Bill
weird-
Gates is necessarily the best because
No.
I mean,
The
he-
trendsetter
yeah,
of
real
style.
trendsetter.
No.
Yeah, he looks like I don't know, like
No, there's
some-
no trend
Yeah,
setting
like
at
a
all.
walking corpse. You know,
They
yeah.
do all normally look like cubicles.
Yeah, like. Yeah, I'm not a big
Pretty
fan.
funny.
But all right, that makes sense. I like look.
Sterile
I think the old
outfits.
jeans and t-shirt is fantastic.
Can't
I like
beat it.
something with a little wear. Yeah.
Cool pair of beat up boots or a pair of white sneakers.
I'm gonna say
Perfect.
yeah,
Baseball
rough
hat.
outs,
Rough outs
or a nice pair of sneaks,
Yeah.
or a nice pair of flip flops.
flip flops. Flip flops. Flip
Flippities.
Yeah,
Or
the
slides,
slides are
whatever
the
you
ones
like.
that kill me because the
socks
feet
and the
come through.
slides.
The feet come through.
great, though,
and
because-
if someone's got a hammer toe, that one
That's why the socks and
comes
slides
through
are great.
and then comes over and actually like
Looks like it's gripping on
yeah,
to the
it,
top
like,
of the
makes
of the-
love to the pavement, and you're just sitting there, and you ever look down, and you're like, do you see your feet?
Feet are a
coming
funny
through
thing,
these
aren't they?
Feet are weird. Coming through these
And then people have
slides,
feet
and it's
fetishes.
one big
There's
toe.
websites for a picture of your feet. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah.
Somebody,
Look,
somebody
I'll tell you
said,
this.
somebody said, "Are you gonna?" To me, like somebody walked up to and was like, "Are you gonna do a foot fan thing or something?" I was like,
Foot fan.
"No."
Foot fan.
Do you know people are like
Footfan.com.
every morning they're taking a picture of their foot and they're like making money off of this?
Really?
Yeah.
Like a fans only, but for
They're
feet?
dressing them up, putting
What?
little stuff on their. I swear,
Come
I
on,
think so.
dude.
I think
Matt,
so.
I've signed you up and take random pics of your feet.
You need to do Little Bo Peep. This is
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy.
When Matt
Oh, the
finally
whale.
sleeps, I lift up the covers.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Upload.
Look, the 3 little pigs. I did the whole storybook on your feet.
Couple $100,000. Might
Oh
want
my
to hold
God.
on to this
Oh
one.
my,
my
yeah. I honestly, I
think-
can appreciate nice feet. Like when I see
Totally.
somebody's feet, you go, way to keep your feet up, you know? And then on the other extreme, you look down and you go,
Whoa.
am
Way
I
to
the only
keep
one that's seeing your feet?
up.
Have
dude.
you not seen your feet?
I try to avoid looking at people's feet.
Sometimes you can't help it. I'll tell you something. I was on a plane once, all right? And we're sitting there,
Oh boy.
and this guy's foot
Oh no.
comes right here.
No, not between the seats.
No, on the edge.
On
I'm
the
on
edge?
the aisle. And this toes, guys. No.
Did it
Do you know for the longest time I had a
Oh,
picture of
man.
it? It looked gangrene.
Oh.
It looked like he had some real
Gangrene.
serious fungus going on with his feet.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Any frostbite or something?
Something serious
Oh.
frostbite. They were like dark green, man. It was weird. And these toes, these toes were like just I don't know, man, like snots. They were like yellow and dude. And
Must
this
have had a
guy,
foot fungus.
I don't know what,
trying to air it out.
He's probably airing out his
but he
athlete's foot.
parks his shit right here on the
Oh.
back of my armrest, and I'm
Oh,
like,
boy.
"You've got to be kidding me, dude!" And it was like a 4-hour flight. I was trapped to these feet,
See,
and they kept coming up,
Ooh.
and he walked to the bathroom. You know, this guy,
Ooh,
the
no,
barefoot dude,
no,
the
in a
barefoot
plane?
dude.
Well, you wonder why
What is
his
that
feet
person?
are,
What is that
fungus-
person that gets
fungusy.
on the plane and he goes, "You know what? I got to take off my shoes and socks.
Oh, no.
I can't have my shoes and socks on in this plane." And then goes, "And you know what? I got to walk around.
No.
And I'm going to go to that bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
That 1-by-1 bathroom.
Do you know-
with that floor that everybody pisses all
No.
over? And I'm going to walk in there with these.
Do you
bare
know
feet.
that I usually
'Cause my feet can do it.
Do you know
these
that
feet are built for piss?
Do you know that
What?
usually, not only do I will take off my shoes sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I
I'll
understand
put
that
on
'cause they swell.
A second pair of socks
Nice.
over my socks, right?
Protect.
But then to go to the bathroom, no, shoes go back
Gotta
on.
go back
and
on.
when I enter, I say because it's like a thin
I
little
step
stall,
up
right?
on the toilet. What?
No, yes, and I position so that no.
Then I pull the lid.
I go all the way. I go
God.
all the
And I
way.
squat and kneel. What?
I
So
literally-
can avoid the floor.
No, I literally go all the way to one side, and you press on the walls
course.
so that I can
Wait.
miss the whole middle section. It's literally wet with urine.
Oh, it's
and that's
urine.
with my sneakers.
I know.
And I'm like this, just trying to
Imagine
get
being
it
in there
in.
in bare feet.
I,
Bare feet.
I don't even.
People do
that's
it though.
Disgusting.
People do it,
And I'm-
there are
and
people
I'm-
out there that do it.
I'm Mr. You know me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll get
You'll
in the
mix it
dirt
up.
all the time.
Yeah.
But around human stuff, no.
No, man. No, I'm not a bit. I don't want to walk on piss. I can't do it.
Okay, so I didn't have a foot guy, but I had a guy. I'm kidding. In the plane
You
next
have
to
a
me,
foot guy. What?
who was picking things out of
Aw,
his
come
head.
on!
No. Here's the best part: picking him out and going.
I don't want to hear this.
And going and looking at it, and then going like this
I don't want to hear it.
Oh!
into like the
Come on.
area,
Come on, dude.
dude. I was literally. I was
almost-
like, come on, this is too much.
I almost thought you were going to say he was eating them for some reason.
Oh.
And I really, yeah.
Blah.
That's just a scab. And that's a piece of
Little
pretzel.
extra protein.
That's a scab.
However,
that
okay,
one is a piece of the
okay,
pretzel.
I
was
do have a
eating.
little
the pretzel
thing,
thin.
I do
was
have a
eating
little thing,
earlier.
no, and it's
You have
gross.
another
but
little thing?
It's weird for me. I don't know why it is, but I do have the urge to eat scabs.
What?
You guys don't?
You have an urge?
My own.
to
I'm not gonna eat
eat
somebody else's
scabs.
scabs. Yeah, you ever had an urge? Is
I mean,
anybody
I
out
hope it's-
there else have an urge? Is it like a primal, weird, like reptile brain thing? A vestigial
I
part
think
of
so.
my
I think
brain?
look, a lot of kids
me
eat their
outta here.
boogies,
Get me
right?
outta here,
I
dude.
mean,
Yeah.
a lot of kids eat their boogies.
Get me outta
I mean,
here.
I guess. I don't know.
gotta go.
But I don't.
I
I don't.
think we
like when
gotta
I
go.
see a scab, my brain goes,
Yeah, this
you
is,
should eat that.
Now it's time to end the
You
conversation.
see a scab and
Crunchy.
you go,
Yeah, this is
I
over.
should
Crunchy
eat
goodness.
that.
Well, everybody,
Well, what the hell?
I'm going to leave,
Listen,
so thank you so much
I'm
for
gonna go take
listening.
a shower.
No, we
and
can't-
try to get this.
That's
We
it.
can't leave them on that.
We
on the
can't leave on
scab?
that.
I
on
won't
that.
leave the
Well,
scab.
you started talking about it, and I gotta go.
Can we
so-
just change for a
Whoa.
little end topic? Before
You don't
we
want to
go?
leave on the you eat scabs?
Yeah, scab boy.
1-800-I-EAT
Scab
I just want to
man
know
over
for everybody
here.
if I'm just really alone in this or if somebody else identified. I just
Scab
don't want to feel
man.
like I'm all alone.
You're
people.
not alone, buddy. You're not alone.
Somebody please tell me they also
In
see
a world
scabs
of
and they
billions of
think they should
people,
eat them.
billions of people out there, I'm sure that there are a few other people who also eat their scabs.
I hope so.
Goodbye.
So
Farewell.
long, farewell. It's time to say
I guess we
goodbye
are going out on
to
scabs.
you and you and you and you and you.
All you scabs. Everybody.
Hey,
Thank you so much
Yes.
for hanging out with Brotherly Love
in the new
And the
studio.
Pod. Pod to pod,
Pod to
everybody.
pod.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
beautiful
much,
weekend.
guys.
God
Thank you
bless.
so much.
We will
Really.
see you next Friday, same place, same time.
Time.
Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want to check us out. Thank you so much for watching us and supporting us.
Thank
like you
you.
do. Guys, we can't do this craziness down here without you guys watching. So,
Oh, boy.
And this is just the beginning in the new space.
Oh, just
We're just
wait.
getting started
Just
down here.
scratching
so
the surface.
That's right. Anyway, love y'all. See you next week. God bless. Bye, guys. See you
Bye.
later.
Hey guys, the Lawrence brothers here.
We just want to thank you for watching this week's episode of the Brotherly Love Pod.
Go to our link tree and subscribe on all platforms.
And make sure you join us
Next week.